right, D-Roy Cruz here, your life applications officer. I just want to, first of all, I want to say thank God for the freedom that I have in this country. You'd have to, and I haven't, but I know people that have. You'd have to travel the world and realize the different things going on in different countries to really understand this country. I think a lot of people in this country that aren't patriotic, a lot of people in this country that think that they're still slaves, a lot of people in this country that, don't support, our policies. I think they've never been around. I haven't been around much. I've been to other states and I've met a lot of people that live outside the country, but I've never been out of the country. And I know that one thing I know that's common sense is that there's a lot of Spanish people that can't live in the best places for Spanish people. There's a lot of Russian people that can't live in the best places for Russian people. There's a lot of, Asian people that can't elevate themselves in China, Japan, Korea. They're stuck in a rut to where, they can never elevate or never expand themselves. So they look forward to a country like this that is a free democracy. And they know that here the sky is the limit. Okay, if they have education, if they have something under their belt that they can use as leverage, the sky is the limit in this country. Okay. I guess you heard about that Gwen girl who was a athlete in the Olympics. I think it was the Olympics, and she was upset about the national anthem being sung. And the pledge to the national anthem or whatever that was. Every country practices patriotism for that country. It's not just America, first of all. Every country practices patriotism for that country. Every country has. Every country has their flag. They have their celebrations. We're having our celebration right now for the 4th of July right now. And there's people out there doing fireworks. Now, I see black folks, Spanish folks, folks from Nepal, Indian folks, and white folks all out there together doing fireworks. Now, I think that if you're going to celebrate Independence Day, you need to do more getting together than just fireworks. But they're out there together sharing fireworks, and people from other countries are learning how to celebrate. They found something, even if it's just fireworks, they found something that they love to do in this country. Everybody's allowed to stay up late tonight because it's the 4th of July and make noise, shooting guns off and shooting off fireworks and all like that. If I call the police, they're going to say, hey, dude, it's the 4th of July. Tomorrow will be a new horizon, But I'm fine because at least they're being a little wee bit patriot, just showing a little bit of respect for this country. But what I don't like is I'm the only one up here that has a flag in his window. None of these white folks up here even have flags in their windows. They might have them inside their house. I don't know. But, I don't see no flags up here in this neighborhood whatsoever. Now, if you go out here and cross the boulevard, that's still, this neighborhood. That's still my community. But yet, it's more, higher class white people that make more money and all like that. Okay, less immigration, less blacks over there. And you'll see more flags over there, and you'll see military flags everywhere, all over on every street of all the people in Pennsylvania that died in the war. Okay, it's really neat. And I used to, when I first moved out here in 2015, I had a car, and I used to drive up here, and I used to ride through all these neighborhoods in Upper Pittsburgh, and drive down and see how all these people, there's a lot of military that live up here, and they're very patriotic about the military and those that have given their lives for this country. Okay, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think we've come a long way from slavery. I really do, with all my heart. I believe that with all my heart. Just shoot me. Just shoot me. Because I really believe with all my heart. To some black folks, this is the dumbest thing I've ever said. But I really believe we've come a long way from slavery. I don't think the average white person even thinks about it. He doesn't even want to go back there, and he doesn't want to know what his ancestors did to black folks. I really do. And I think that there's so much hate in this country, and I really believe that the hate in this country is because this country is the only country that has this amount of Christians in it. And so there's, and it's not just the fact that we're Christians, but any country where people are, relatively good, just relatively commonly good. No kinky, illicit, backward stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, they have their gay people, they have their sexist, their, communists, they have their, they have all their different groups, but they're more personal about it. They're only patriotic about the country. See, I want you to get this. They're only patriotic about the country. They're not patriotic about the things that cause division. Just like, even though I'm a Christian, you'll never see me go out there with a flag that has a Bible on it. You'll never see that. You'll never see me go out there, just out of the clear blue on a good day, on the 4th of July, decide to take what belongs to the 4th of July and put it into a Christian bag and say, hey, y'all celebrating the 4th of July, but we're going to celebrate Jesus. Well, I think our independence has a lot to do with God in the first place, okay? I believe God is all about our independence, okay? But you won't see me being non-patriotic about our flag. I'll never, ever, as long as I live, ever feel that flag offends me, okay? If anything offends me, it is how the leftists have turned their back on this country. And if anything offends me, it's white people hating on white people to complete an agenda. It's black people hating on other black people. It's not white people hating on black people and black people hating on white people. No, it's when white people are hating on other white people, okay, and pulling them down for an agenda, and black people trying to keep other black people from being anything but slaves. That's what really kills me. I go to work every day, and, I deal with customers. I deal with visitors and patients, and there's people that come in there, and they always want to hate on the black man. And they're never white-skinned people. I mean, maybe one white person here and there coming there with some, with some little hate. You want to pick on, the little guy, pick on the little short guy and try to see if he can provoke him to act or something. But in most cases, it's people that look like me that don't like me. It's people that look like me that hate the fact that I don't act a certain way, that I have a job, that I get along with white people, that I get along, that I'm patriotic, that that I'm a Republican, that I'm, you know what I'm saying? And these people don't even vote, but they want to get mad at me for being a Republican. You know what I mean? They don't know a daggone thing about politics, but yet they want to come after me. They want to look for a reason to fight and get angry. There's a lady at my job that don't like me. And I've gotten to the point where I'm sick of it. Okay? Because Donald Trump's not the president right now. You won, sweetheart. Why are you still hating? You won. And you threw it up in my face and let me know that you won. Ha 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 ha. Okay. And I'm like, fine with it. But you still hate me. You bring up Trump. Trump's not the president. You know what I mean? But I'm so glad to see my neighbors out here, you know, and it's mostly young folks. The adults need to grow up a little bit. The young folks know how to get out here. You know, the school kids know how to get out here, and they're all different races, and they're all getting together, you know, trying to be patriotic about this country. But it's the adults that are sitting in the house, standing at the screen door. They don't want to come outside. You know what I mean? I don't want to go outside because I'm tired and it smells like smoke out there. But and it's noisy out there. But I did stand in the window for a little while and watch the fireworks go up, and it was so good as I was leaving work that all these people that I never talked to said Happy 4th. Happy 4th. And that lets me know that even some of these Democrats that we don't speak to, they are a little bit patriotic. You know what I'm saying? At least a little bit. You know what I mean? They believe that my independence is also their independence. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, independence is just a Republican thing, you know, or independence is just, you know, a white thing, you know? No, it's for all of us. And that Gwen girl, I agree with the Trump girl that told her, you know, hey, if you don't like it, go to a country, go to another country, go home. And I feel the same way. I said this at the beginning of Donald Trump's reign. If you don't like this country, go home. If you think this country is not free enough for you, if you think this country shouldn't be free, okay, go home. Go home. And me and a girl at work today, we were talking about how people come in here from other countries and they want to practice segregation. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't segregated enough already. You know, they want to practice segregation and they want to build their own, okay, in this country and try to add power to them and subtract power from the white man and the black man. And I just think it's preposterous. I think it's criminal. I think they should be punished for it. I think they should be sent home for it, in my opinion. Okay? If you're not ready to be an American, go home. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't care how gay you are. I don't care what kind of, you know, miserableness you got going on. I don't care if you grew up in the ghetto. I don't care if you're going through the Black Depression. I don't care if you are a white racist dude, you know, from another country or Armenian or whatever, and you think that, you know, we should be practicing white nationalism and put all the brown people in three countries and everything else belongs. Man, get out of here. Look, go home. Go home. Go back to Poland. Go back to Italy. Go back to Russia. Go back to India. Go back to Pakistan, Afghanistan. Go back to Mexico. Go back to wherever you come from. If you think that if you don't have any respect for the American people, okay? Because I know that my ancestors, I know I've been saved twice. I've been, first of all, saved because my ancestors, okay, went through slavery, if that's what happened. If it was my ancestors that went through slavery. There's no proof of that, but, you know, because we all ain't the same. But, you know, my ancestors went through slavery, okay, supposedly, okay. So that means I don't have to, because they did it for me. They suffered it for me. And then Jesus died on the cross for my sins. So I don't have to suffer the wrath of God and the wrath of, you know, all these other things. Okay? I've been saved twice. Okay? But if you don't think that you have any respect for the American people, that you think that you can just come in this country and build your own and hate on Americans, you think you can come into this country and burn the flag or deny the flag. You know, like that Gwen girl. Who put her in the Olympics? Why is she running for the U.S.? Or maybe she's not running for the U.S. You know, maybe she's running for her country in the U.S. I don't know. But for her to turn her back on our flag when everybody else that was there, white, black, and everything else, okay, you know, for her to act like that, you know, go home. Go home and get Africa or whatever nation you're from to put you in a Olympic program that you feel patriotic about. I'm really sick and tired of people hating on my country. I really am. This country's all I got. And when you hate on it, you just make me less of a free man when you hate on my country. Okay? And I'm already being flushed out. The white man's being flushed out. I'm already being flushed out by immigrants. The white man's being flushed out by immigrants. He's being flushed out by hatred and racism and stuff. And now you want to defund the police and take our guns at the same time. And I know this is not American. This is just this ain't independence when you're doing that. And people like that, like Joe Biden, he need to go home. He need to go back to wherever he came from. Because I don't know, maybe he didn't come from the United States. Maybe he wasn't born here. I don't know what the dude's problem is. I don't know where he get off with this nasty, stupid ideas. Okay? But he need to go somewhere too. Since he loved Mexico so much, he need to move to Mexico. Since he loves the Philippines, or since he loves China so much, or wherever else, the Asian nations, he need to move there. He needs to move there. Okay? I love everybody within the fact that they support my country. You know what I mean? If I went to another country for a visit and they hated my country, I'd turn around and come back home. But there ain't no reason for you to be in this country eating our food, drinking our water, staying at our hotels, buying our houses, buying our property, driving our cars, enjoying our weather and everything else. And you want to be non-patriotic? You want to hate us? You want to burn our flag? You want to claim you're a victim? Go home. We can do without you. Amen. Just go home. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of these haters. I'm really sick of it. You know? Really sick of it. And I know one of these days, that flag is not going to stand in closing. I know one of these days soon that flag is not going to stand for anything Republic or anything conservative or anything Christian. It's all going to be a flag, and it's not going to be shown that much, but that flag is going to represent, the party of liberals, because they're taking over. And I know that's coming. And even after that flag represents the party of liberals, there will still be people, because they don't even pay attention to what's going on, they just hating. They'll still want to burn the flag. They'll still turn their back to it. They still will refuse to participate in the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag, the national anthem, you name it. They're just going to be haters. And this is all in the Bible. This is all prophecy. Okay? But until prophecy is fulfilled, and when it is fulfilled, I will always be a person that thanks God for this country, thanks God for all the Republican presidents that kept law and order moving. I will always thank God for the military, and I will thank God for guns and the right to bear arms, and I will thank God that the blacks in their freedom to the sky is a limit for African Americans. The sky is a limit for all these other brown people. I mean, wake up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. But I really, 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 really wish you a happy 4th of July. And I hope you get your facts straight. I hope you do some praying and get some answers this 4th of July. Because that Gwen Berry girl, she's a nut. And she's got a lot of hatred in her heart. And she's blaming America. No, don't blame America, sweetheart. Blame the people that taught you how to hate. Because that is your problem. The sky's the limit for you. You're in the best of health. You're in the best of financial stability. You're in the best of power and prestige because of this country. And you want to turn your back on a national anthem, turn the back on our flag. Go home. I agree with the Trump family. Go home. In Jesus' name. Thank you for watching. D-Roy Cruz. Talk to you again pretty soon with more. God bless.